It's big.
Yeah, I feel like you feel like you're in a historic home, and because we worked really hard to like bring character in, but yet it is fresh and new. I want to show you the windows because you were in Pella with me. They really are awesome. You can open them, and it's an integrated screen.
Yes.
When you close it, it goes down with it, so you're not looking through a screen, so it's clear. Go Pella. Gas fireplace. We just did a really classic like design with this, and did the board and batten on the top, just have a little detailed, and then so formal dining room.
That's amazing.
Absolutely love a good show about home renovation.
Yes.
And joining us now is Konya Hendricks Schuh, and you're all about betting on Beloit. Thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Oh, let's talk about this. This is amazing. So we were mentioning at the top of the hour, we were talking about how Beloit, Wisconsin was considered to be one of the worst cities. How did you find yourself there? How did you find yourself filming this show there?
Well, my parents started when I was very young, and they started their entrepreneurial journey and started their businesses in Beloit. They've just always really accredited Beloit as being the city that gave them their start. So they've just been committed to Beloit my entire life. So I was able to witness that. It's a special city, you know. It got a bad rap, as you mentioned. At one point, it was voted the worst city to live in our state. And it just, you know, really has been an underdog kind of story. And we are trying to breathe new life into this community that we know and love. And here we are. So we're doing a home renovation show, and really just trying to share Beloit's story and progress with the rest of the country.
Yeah, you know, and your family has some interesting history as well. Just tell us about being a part of renovating the image, if you will, of Beloit, and how people have received you. I know, for instance, like my family lives in Waco, and they've seen like Chip and Joanna come in, and there's like mixed reviews where it's like, oh great, they've come in and, you know, renovated things, but at the same time maybe there's some who are like, oh, it's a lot of attention for a place that really didn't get a lot of attention before.
Yeah, I honestly, I feel I'm very pleasantly surprised with the reaction for the show, because I was very apprehensive and a little nervous that there would be, you know, some negative pushback drawing the attention to our city. But honestly, at least locally, it's been really well received, and I feel really supported by the community. So that's been, you know, kind of surprising, but also just really great. You know, the show focuses a lot on this particular neighborhood and this one piece of our bigger mission to kind of recreate Beloit. And that, you know, I stepped into that role because of, you know, I have a history in real estate and design, and I surround myself with a really talented team of individuals that, you know, help do these home renovations. You know, you compare it to Waco, and I mean, that's obviously an amazing story, and I do hear that a lot. You know, do you think this will be a similar narrative to what the Gaineses did for Waco? I mean, you know, Joanna Gaines in my world is, you know, on a pedestal in her own. Yeah, she's amazingly talented. But yeah, you know, I hope so. I think it's great what they've done for Waco, and I hope that we have that same effect here in the state line.
Let's talk about renovating homes, because it's never easy. Renovating a home comes with a whole lot of challenges, especially if the home is older too. You just never know what happens when you knock down one of those walls. What has been the craziest thing that you've seen so far as you've been on this renovation journey?
Well, yeah, all of the homes that we're doing, that were very specific and intentional to this historic park neighborhood. So it's a really cool old neighborhood that's got these beautiful, all the architecture of the homes are different. So each project is extremely unique. There have been surprises in every single home renovation that we've done there. I mean, we found some, you know, creepy things on one of the episodes. I mean, literally heading up to the attic, this old finished or unfinished attic, there was a child's old shoe that, you know, looked like it was from, you know, the late 1800s, sitting there covered in dust and with a dead bird laying next to it. So that was quite startling. But yeah, I mean, there's always more. The projects always end up being bigger than we anticipate, every single one, and that's just kind of par for the course with these old houses. Like you said, we never know what we're gonna discover until we really get into the walls, and we expect surprises.
Yeah, I saw some tears there in the video. How often do you have tears of joy, or obviously beads of sweat, but tears of joy from really taking something and making it brand new?
Oh, often. I have so much pride in these projects and my team. Everyone, we work really hard at this on and off camera to bring these projects to completion. And so, yeah, I take a lot of pride. And when those keys are handed over, that is, kind of an emotional journey for me, but in the best way.
Mm-hmm. So your mom, a self-made billionaire, is with you on this journey. What is that like, working alongside your mom?
I love working alongside my mom. I've learned so much from her, and just growing up, even at the dinner table with my mom and dad, real estate and all things Beloit were a common theme in our conversations when I was a child, and they've remained that way. So, my mom, she's so hardworking. She leads by example. She's 78. She still shows up for work every day and is completely engaged. I to get the show here, we do mention her wealth and to kind of get eyes, because Beloit, her name is kind of synonymous with Beloit. But she was willing to do it. She doesn't love to be on camera. She wasn't super excited about that part, and I kind of, pulled her in a little bit, kicking and screaming. But she's been great. But she was willing to do it because she really does just want to change the narrative here, and to show people how special our community is and all the exciting things going on in this neighborhood and in our downtown. There's just all kinds of really amazing things happening in Beloit. So
an amazing start. But I would think that you're probably already thinking beyond. Are there some things that you can already tell you want to tackle next?
Oh, there's so many things happening in Beloit downtown right now. We've got some multifamily developments, some multi-use developments. There's 2 hotels in Beloit that our family built, and they are, honestly, it's surprising, because Beloit has kind of become trying to for a weekend, it's like a weekend getaway almost, because there's restaurants, and just our downtown has really started this revitalization. So we're in talks to build a 3rd hotel, so that's pretty exciting. There's other housing projects that we work on in Beloit too. The show focuses heavily on these beautiful historic renovations, which I am personally so passionate about. But we've got a lot of other projects that are in the cooker right now. We're going to be doing like a lot of workforce housing here in Beloit. So there's a lot going on.
So it sounds like you'll have other seasons to come.
Oh. Yeah, we're working on that, and I feel very hopeful that there will be a 2nd season of Betting on Beloit that will continue to follow this journey, because there's still a lot of the story to tell, and it's absolutely still evolving.
Well, we're certainly betting on you, so we'll be tuning in to Betting on Beloit. Thank you so much for joining us for a few moments to talk about this great program.
Let me ask you this real quick before we let you go. Where can people watch, and what days?
So the series has already aired on A&E, but it will be continues to be on the A&E app, so you can stream it on A&E, or you can check it out on Wednesday evenings on FYI, on the FYI Network. It runs on the homemade block of shows there, so it's 7 o'clock Central. But yeah, it's there. But if you want to start from the beginning and watch the whole series, which I strongly encourage, then I would say to check it out on the A&E app.
All right, we look forward to season 2, and then season 3, and then season 4, and so on.
And going on the app and recapping it all.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you.